So my friends, please help me welcome my friend, my partner, our governor, Eric Holcomb.
I made a lot of good decisions, but the two to my right are got to rank up as the best. Thank you, partner, for everything. You can go. No, she just said, "Can I go?" She usually comes barreling in the office, and I wanted to say on behalf of Janet and myself, and of course for many of you who have already asked, not how I was doing, but how our dog Henry was doing. On behalf, Henry's got a fan. Henry's he's turned into a child celebrity. He's got a little bit of a insecurity complex, and he's always competing for coverage. But I just wanted to share two thoughts, and I'm going to underscore a couple themes that you have already heard. But Janet and I just want to express how so encouraged we are and how incredibly grateful we are for each and every person that is here tonight. Obviously, I've got the NDOT commissioner, a former Republican mayor of Franklin, with us tonight, and he assures me that there is about 1,000 snowplows, NDOT snowplows, all over the state of Indiana on this second shift, and they'll be out there tomorrow as well, so the roads will be safe. But we just want to express how grateful we were and how encouraged we are. Obviously, I got a picture earlier today about 2:30 from this very room and saw how packed it was already, and that just speaks to not just your commitment, but to always seeking to step up, always sacrificing. We get it. It's just evidenced again here today, and for being so darn successful. The success rate that this room has been a part of over the last decade plus, in the time that I've been very involved in the State House goings on, we have helped transform this state. And a lot of that credit obviously starts at the very local level. So I just wanted to say at the very outset how encouraged we are by not just you being here, but you always being here, and then growing our ranks and making sure that our party is the vibrant party, that our party is, as Connie said, the who and the what and the why, what we stand for, who we are, what we're about, what we are delivering. This is very important, and it makes us different than many states around the country. And I just couldn't be prouder to be standing with you and to know that, yes, as times change, as some modes of communication change, as filing dates may change, the really important things in life don't. And we have to make sure that we're always true to who we are and why we are here, that we are that party of purpose, that we are focused on people and further opportunity. And so it's many hands. It doesn't necessarily make easy work, but it does make it lighter when we all pitch in, and seeing the room here today and knowing what you'll be learning and sharing, all those lessons learned and success stories tomorrow, that's going to pay dividends, and that's going to make a big difference as the year unfolds. Also, wanted to say not just how encouraged we are, but again, how grateful we are for this team. And again, Tara and Connie and Kelly all mentioned that, and that is another thing that makes us different. And I am thankful to be, and Janet, I very rarely ever speak for Janet, and if you know Janet, you know why. But I'm comfortable in this, and that is, we're so thankful for the family that's growing up, and we've grown into yours and yours to ours, and all the help that you all provided us and everyone else that is part of this team. And so obviously the three MVPs that we're so committed to, Tara and Kelly and Connie, making sure that think about this, they have no opposition yet. We're in the election year. That speaks to the strength, not just of their character, but their expertise and their intellect and their insight. It's what they bring to the office. And so We may not be so lucky that they don't have opposition come November, but we will be prepared for it, obviously. And those 3 MVPs are on the court, but there are a lot of other folks on the court. And I can just tell you, there are days where I feel like I am standing, as you've heard, standing on the shoulders of giants, and just thinking about, and I could go back to the Whitcomb Orr days, but just my immediate 2 predecessors. When I am going through the day and I think about Mitch and how he was at the helm and the captain of the ship, and we turned this state around and got moving in the right direction, still very fully engaged in the future of the state of Indiana, and having access to that experience that I call on. And then my immediate predecessor, who happens to be the Vice President of the United States of America, and I think he keeps track of every tweet I put out, by the way. He is laser focused on not just the country, but the state of Indiana. And to have him in Washington and the expertise that is surrounding him, very, very important to the future of the state of Indiana. So not only do I feel on some days as though I'm standing on those shoulders of giants, but I also want to say that I also have the opportunity to serve with a couple giants in the House and the Senate and stand shoulder to shoulder with Speaker Bosma, President Pro Tem Senator David Long. And they and their members, Republican members, have kept this momentum going unlike any other state. It's the team. When Connie was ticking off that whole long list of AAA credit rating and our 7th consecutive, honestly balanced budget, being a top state in the nation for not just doing business, but cost of living and cost of doing business, having the #1 RV industry, obviously, in the country and the world, really, medical device industry and auto manufacturing, limestone, the list just goes on and on and on and on why we are so good. And it's because we've got that economy dialed into this, almost this point of not perfection, but darn close to it, where we're attracting investment like nobody's business. And that speaks to the men and women who are in our legislature, who are oaring in the same direction, knowing where we're going. Again, what we're all about, and delivering, as Connie said. And then to have our congressional delegation, we've got Larry Bouchon and we have Susan Brooks with us here tonight, right over here. Having those partners who are always back here at home, who have their finger not just on the pulse, but are way out in front, representing us. We are so proud to have you both serving in our nation's capital. Thank you, Larry and Susan. And then I'll let you get back to the John Hammond band. But I also wanted to say something that I'm really, really proud of, and that is this team of ours. And I've talked about it already with a couple of you, but the way that we continue to reach out and get new folks involved. And we have seen maybe some unprecedented turnover in the State House here recently, but I'm so comforted by the fact that good men and women are stepping forward and saying, I will serve. Critically important that we don't take our foot off the gas. Uber competitive world out there. But to have folks who are saying, now it's their time and they're ready to pitch in is going to make all the difference in the world. So thank you for everything you're doing. We're all going to continue to try to make you proud and keep Indiana that #1 state in the nation. With your help, we'll get her done. God bless. Thank you.